Hey guys, plain old Jim. Well, it's here. This is the Prius Prime 2017. I am going to be giving you guys a over and under view of the car, as well as a look at the interior, the new dashboard climate system that's in the car, maybe a second video about all of the cool electronic features that this thing has, because this thing goes well above and beyond what the regular Prius has. I will try and give a couple tidbits here and there in these videos, but for more technical stuff, I'll probably have a second video about that. Let's start with the front of the car. The front of the car, as compared to the regular Prius, has a completely different front bumper, headlights, turn signal, grille, etc., 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 as you can see. It uses a quad LED headlight system, too low, too high. They all run at the same time, but the highs stay dimmer when the low beams are on, and then they will brighten up on high beam. Unlike other manufacturers' LED systems, all of these are replaceable, even though LEDs don't tend to burn out. They are individually replaceable, so you don't have to replace the entire headlight if 5-10 years down the road one of the bulbs burns out. Not one of the bulbs, one of the light-emitting diodes burns out. Another interesting point of note on this front bumper is that we have the actual colored bits here. On most cars, the entire front bumper is one piece. If you get into an accident, you hit something, you have to replace the entire front bumper. Not so on the Prius Prime. This piece, and this piece are actually different parts. You can get them and order them separately. So if you hit something in just one corner, if something bumps you and you scratch up one side, it will be substantially cheaper to get just that one piece and install that one piece for the body shop than it is to do the whole thing. I think that's really cool. Also, one of the cool features of this car is that for gas mileage purposes, this lower grille here at highway speeds, certain conditions, not all conditions, will actually close that lower grille to improve fuel efficiency, which I think is kind of really cool. So we also have the engine here, which is very, very similar to the one in the current 27 non-Prime Prius. It definitely has things that are different, however, such as the AC system. As you can see here, we have 80,000 frickin' hoses. Those are all there because the AC system, which is normally designed to pull heat out of the cabin and push the heat out here through a fluid system, the new Prius Prime can actually do the opposite on cold days when the engine is not warmed up properly, and can actually take heat from outside and pump it inside. So you don't have to worry about having, cold feet on those early mornings. What else do we have here? This is our electronic brain here. This is our hybrid system. It's very small, about half the size as compared to the second generation or even third generation Prius. This thing's actually, I'm waiting for the day that it's going to be like that big, but no. Currently it's probably about 1 foot by 5 inches by another 10 inches, and that is water cooled. We have separate coolant for the hybrid system and for the engine. Let's see. We got our side panel here, 15-inch rims, the same size tires as on the regular Prius, 195/65 R15. It's also the same tire size that is on Corollas and some other Toyota models. We have our side mirrors with the blinker assembly, which has become standard, just about standard on every model now. And then we got the XM radio antenna on the roof. Our gas door on the left side of the driver's side of the vehicle. We have another blinker assembly down here. And the rear window glass, which is actually, in my opinion, one of the best features of the car. It's kind of difficult to tell and see what's going on in video, but it has a double bubble. It's high on this side, and actually low in the center. Now that is actually to improve aerodynamics of the vehicle. You can see it in the reflection of the glass right there. But it's actually, I'm surprised that they actually included this on the car, because you would think for the price to manufacture that glass that the efficiency in gas and the miles per gallon would not be that substantial, but it was enough where they actually wanted to include it on the vehicle for the premium that you pay for that glass, so that's kind of cool. And this is the rear of the car. We have left tail light, right tail light, and then the third brake light actually extends all the way across the vehicle. and that takes a couple of hints from the Mirai that they sell in California. So I'm going to cut to under the car, and we'll take a look at what it's like under there. Okay, and here we are now under the car. There is that lower grille that closes off at highway speeds. When it comes to the actual aerodynamics of the car, Toyota went above and beyond for this car, I believe. The undercar panels are very smooth and extend all the way from one side of the bumper to the other. There's your oil panel access plate. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually gonna kind of come around like this. Now you see there's an aluminum plate here, which is actually kind of very stiff. The normal Prius doesn't have that. They just have a tiny little pressed stamped plate that runs about there. But this car has 1, 2, 3 of those suckers. I don't know if they're for actual aerodynamics or rigidity or what, but they're there. These, however, these panels are definitely for aerodynamics. They run all the way under the car. You can see there's the hybrid wire sneaking a little peek. But the hybrid wire runs under this side here. And this side has fuel lines and brake lines and things of that nature. Here's our gas tank shield. More heat shields. And there's our muffler. And the rear bumper. What we do have here is the independent rear suspension, which is identical to the one that's on the non-Prime Prius. We have toe adjustment eccentric bolts and the actual independent arm. As you can see, it's attached there and attached there. It is no longer a solid beam like the older Priuses, Corollas, Yaris's, etc., etc., etc. Let me think. I think that's it for the underside, actually. Toyota does a really good job of covering stuff up. Oh, here's something. I've mentioned this before in other Prius videos, but what we have here is these are coolant hoses, and this is a catalytic converter, and now you have coolant flowing into the cat. Why is there coolant flowing into the cat? Honestly, it's to warm the coolant up quicker, because that cat will warm up almost instantaneously after maybe 10, 20, 30 seconds. It'll get up to 300, 400, 500 degrees, and then the coolant only has to get up to 200, and what's the best way to get the heat from one into the other is to pump the coolant into it. So there is that. Alright, so let's cut to what the interior looks like. Actually, for the interior, let's start with the actual trunk, because there's something in here I want to show you guys, which is kind of interesting, actually. So here's our trunk. That's it. And what's the trunk space like? Let's see here. That's it. That's all you get. No, that's your air inflator. A little bit of storage here. A little bit of storage here. There's your tools. And over here we have Fix-A-Flat and a tire pump. Why? Because there's no spare tire on this car. This is a battery. The older Priuses were a small battery, maybe about a foot wide or a foot deep and 3 feet wide. It would actually kind of sit under there. This is all battery, all of it. And that is what gets the car 133 mpge. This car, if you charge it for 2 hours and leave it in automatic mode, will do 133 miles to the gallon. If you're in just hybrid mode, the car will do 54 miles per gallon, which is similar to the regular Prius. Alright, so let us... Oh yeah, that's the other thing I completely forgot to mention. That's carbon fiber. This is a carbon fiber hatch. The hatch weighs close to nothing. That is really cool. Alright, let's take a look at that inside. Well, let's start with the back seats. This is our back seat. has cup holders. Ugh. I am a 6-foot tall adult, and I have headroom. If I stand up perfectly straight, I can touch my head to the ceiling, but not uncomfortable by any means. Cup holders. Does this pull all the way up? Does that go all the way up, or does this come down? I'm actually not sure. Oh, that probably comes down for when you fold the seats flat. Alright, see, I'm learning something new. Look at this. Covers. I like the two-tone look of the seats. The front seats also exhibit it. This is all leather, by the way. Black leather, white leather, blue stitching, which I think is kind of cool. Alright, to the front seat, where it all happens. Okay. Oop, that's not supposed to be there, so we're just taking that off. Okay. Here's a seat, and here's our tablet display. I'm going to turn the sucker on. Brake pedal, key on. Let's see what happens. And there you go. Check that out. I'm going to put the windows up. It's just a little easier, a little quieter in here. So this is our new tablet display. It is wholly a map, but if you were to go in and do anything else, it'll actually come up and be a half map. Let's go to energy. So there we have. You can actually, it's kind of funny, you can actually look at this and be like, I don't like the 2/3, give me a 2D. Alright, now give me an overhead. It's all the same, yeah. And then you can actually bring up, like, information, like how much kilowatt hours you've regenerated, and how, like, the car is currently in hybrid mode and not full electric, and it'll tell you how much power your climate control uses, because this thing you can put into eco mode, eco heat control, and that will actually reduce the amount of cooling and heating, not make it uncomfortable, but it will optimize the settings for gas mileage efficiency, because the climate control system is all run by electricity. There are no belts on this car. The crankshaft does not spin the AC compressor. It's all electric now. So that uses electricity from the battery, and the less it uses, the better off you are for gas mileage. So this is our climate control. You can change it from head to middle to feet, you know, basic stuff. Let's go. And we have capacitive buttons here as well. They're not physical. They do not click. It's like the iPhone, the new iPhone buttons. All you gotta do is touch it, and there you go. So we have the phone and the destination and the apps, the Entune app suite display. What do we got here? Oh, see, this is all stuff that I have not quite played with. It's also completely washing out. I apologize for that. Let's actually turn it to night mode. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, there we go. So, of course not. All right. Just normal Bluetooth setup. Let's go back to information. We can actually pull up the weather. Current weather. Cool. There you go. And it pulls all of that information from HD radio. This thing does have XM. And then what else do we got? Oh, up on the other screen up here we have way more information. Now I'm actually using this controller here to control that over there. So let us quickly run through what we can do on this. Okay, so we have compass as the audio, another view of the climate control. Lane departure. Let's see if I can bring up lane departure options. Actually, first I need to turn off the AC. I'm killing myself here. Okay, AC off. So this car actually has a lot of vehicle safety functions. Toyota calls it the, what is it? Toyota Safety System, or Toyota Safety Sense, I think is what it is. Which includes things like pre-collision, lane sway, in certain options, blind spot monitoring, lane departure, things of that nature. In other models, I don't know if the Prius has it, but it'll do like park assist and things of that nature. And all of those sensors are actually up here in these units. There are forward-facing cameras that will actually detect what lane you're in, and it'll detect like the yellow lane and the white dots and all that stuff. And if you kind of go like this a little too much, it'll actually notice, and it'll actually kind of pull back on you to like let you know. And you'll also get a warning on the screen that says maybe you should stop for coffee. And I think that's kind of cool. If you find it really annoying, you can actually go in here and turn it off. You can also, if you're the type of person who tends to sway a lot, you know, but you know that you're not driving bad, you can change the sensitivity on it. And yeah, that's all there really is for the Prius here. Oh, and this thing has heated seats too. It's actually a physical switch down there. Oh, and the Qi charger, so that you can actually place your phone in here and charge your phone wirelessly if you have a wireless Android phone or potentially Apple phone for the iPhone 8, if that ever happens. Who knows? So yeah, that has been the over-under view and interior of the 2017 Prius Prime. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I may or may not do another featured video, not like this where I'm walking around the car, but pictures and me talking to a microphone sitting at my desk about all of the really cool features that this car has electrically, because it is quite mind-blowing when I had to take the training course for it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. It helps keeping this content going. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me questions in the comments below. As you can see in other videos, I am more than happy to answer them. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.